What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In my last video I talked about one toy line video game from one company, and I figured since I'm so close to the holiday season I might go ahead and look at another toy line video game from another company. And this game is from Hasbro, and that is Transformers Prime on the Wii U. I wasn't really into the whole Transformers things when I was younger. By the time the late 80s rolled around, I was more into Ninja Turtles. Transformers was like more in the mid 80s. And so I was really just into like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters at that point. But I really did get more into it when the resurgence of the Michael Bay's 2007 movie. I liked that movie, so I figured I'd give it one of the video games a try, which is Transformers the game. It was okay. It was not that great. But there are some other Transformers games that I've heard that are pretty good. So is this one of them? I wanted to try this one out real quick because this is also a launch title for the Wii U. Hey, so who knows? Maybe this game, since it's a launch title, might actually finally utilizes the gamepad. I don't know, but let's find out in my review of Transformers Prime for the Wii U. If you were hoping Transformers Prime would transform your Wii U into an awesome looking Transformer itself due to its gameplay of epic robot smackdowns to take part in the battleground of good versus evil, well, you might want to keep your Energon levels modest.
The dark Energon readings are spiking. Be careful.
This game is based on the animated series that ran back in the early 2010s.
I can't tell what's causing it, but something's kicking the dark Energon readings right off the chart.
This 2012 tie-in wears its Saturday morning cred proudly, but like most Rush licensed tie-in games of that era, it may look good like gas station sushi, but should you even try it?
The dark Energon readings are spiking. Be careful.
You step into the metal boots of Team Prime, which consists of Optimus, Bumblebee, Arcee,
Oh yeah!
Bulkhead, and Ratchet, as they battle the Decepticons, who are doing what Decepticons do best. That is, finding a way to rule the world, and to do that, they are pulling some meteor from space. But, to their surprise, it has an ancient evil that wants out of the rock and destroy the world to have someone else rule it.
If you swear your loyalty to the Decepticons, and to me.
But understand this, Megatron. My loyalty will return to my one true master, Unicron, the Destroyer!
We shall see.
A few moments later.
You owe your life to me, Thunderwing.
You will call me Master! Unicron is my one and true master! You are nothing. What?
It's just basically a longer episode of the show. And hey, they got the actual voice cast, so points there.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to every Decepticon who would bring war and tyranny to Earth.
Peter Cullen could read a grocery list and make it sound more epic than it actually is. Heck, he makes the plot of this game sound 80% more cooler. And that's saying something.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Okay, don't get me wrong, the show looks good. The game, well, it's not bad, but I have to ask, how short can a campaign be before it becomes legally classified as a demo?
The dark Energon readings are spiking. Be careful.
You can beat the campaign in under 4 hours, maybe even less. Each stage has it to where you take control of one out of the 5 Autobots to clear the mission. These are predetermined. This is where I would have liked to have stuck with one and played throughout the campaign, and then picked another to go through it again, just to add some replay value. But unfortunately, no. Let's talk about the gameplay. If you're looking for deep combat with well thought out controls, maybe sit down, take a breather, and accept the harsh reality like I did with licensed games. This is a third-person brawler with some shooting, driving, and a whole lot of mashing the same 2 buttons. Combat is a mashup of light attacks, heavy attacks, dodging, and combo chains. Well, combo chains might be generous. It's more like light attack, light attack, light attack, until you realize there are other buttons. Enemy AI ranges from I can't hit you even if you're next to me, to surprisingly aggressive on target. You do get to transform into a vehicle, which is cool, until you realize it handles like a shopping cart with a loose wheel. It's really hard to go in reverse and get back on course if you mess up on where you were going. There are these things called driving segments that try their best to break things up. This is something different here, and I'll talk about that more in the gamepad section of the review. Speaking of controls, there's something weird that the game does when you try to lock onto a target to fire at. If there's more than one enemy in the vicinity of your lock-on mechanism, the game doesn't know what to do, so it just bounces from target to target, making it very difficult to take out an enemy. It reminds me of that game Drake of the 99 Dragons on Xbox. If you played that game, you know what I mean. And that's the same thing with this here. It's really, really hard to take out enemies. Thus, I always had to kind of fight one at a time. During your playthrough, you get collectibles. They don't do much outside the main campaign. They are there to help get you to an S rank at the end of each mission. The better the rank, the more in-game collectibles you get, such as emblems, artwork, and cutscenes. There is a multiplayer mode, but calling it multiplayer is very generous. If you can find one or more friends to play with you, then congratulations. This mode is the only mode where you get to choose and play as the Decepticons. There are 3 modes to play. The first one is called Brawl. This is basically a free-for-all to see who is the last man standing. The next one is called Energon Match. This is where you defeat an opponent and you get points. If you are defeated, you lose points. And the last one, and the one I had more fun with, is called Emblem Battle. Here, each player goes after the Transformers icon. You hold on to it to get points. If you get hit, you drop it. This mode becomes very frantic and fun as you try to hold on to it and not get hit, as the icon can bounce from person to person pretty quickly. Graphically, there's not much to say here. The visuals look okay for what you get. If they were trying to match the show, I think they did a decent job. I didn't come across any glitches, but that could be because I didn't play long enough to see any. The game ended before it began for anything like that to even happen. Now, onto the gamepad, which I'm not expecting much here. When you are fighting, next to your health bar, you have a green meter called Upgrade that goes up. Once it's full, you can touch the Autobot logo on the gamepad to make your fighter upgrade, which basically makes you faster and your attacks deal out more damage. But you can also hit the L bumper to the same effect, so there's no point to that. Going back to those driving stages, you can use the gamepad kind of like a steering wheel, but here it's really sensitive when you turn left or right.
Be careful when you fall!
You can use this feature with the gamepad in 3 driving segments, but not when you go into Autobot to vehicle in the rest of the game. Transformers Prime on the Wii U isn't bad. It's a competent, middle-of-the-road licensed game. It has good voice acting, some okay visuals, it's wrapped up in repetitive combat, and a very short campaign. If you liked the show as a kid, you will enjoy seeing your favorite Transformers bots battle it out in this short game. On the other hand though, I wonder why this wasn't just a downloadable game on the Wii U eShop when it was first released. This is why I'm giving Transformers Prime for the Wii U
One shall stand,
a 5 out of 10.
And one shall fall!
Son of a... Why isn't... Come on, just get over there! Oh, anyways... Why is there a tingle to my thing? That's the end of the review. I need to clean up here. Going back to the gamepad, I want to clarify some stuff real quick before I end the video. And that is, so the first one was about when I talked about was the upgrade mode where you have to touch the icon here. Really, it is kind of dumb that they've done that because like I said before, you can use this left bumper, which it kind of brings to the point of like, why even bother with putting that on there in the first place? I feel like it's just there to say, hey, here you go, here's some functionality to it. Because most of the time when I was playing, concentrating on the screen, when I go to try to touch it on the gamepad to, use the gamepad for what it was, I would always miss it and I would have to take my eyes off the screen to look down to see if I can if I had touched, make sure I had touched the actual icon, when it's just easier to just hit this left bumper. So it's a functionality that's kind of pointless when you really think about it. The other function was using this as a steering wheel to move your your Transformers in those driving segments. But when you stop and think about it, its usage is kind of already been done before, because it's not nothing new. You can easily use a Wii remote to do the same thing. In terms of innovation, that's not really saying much at all. The whole point of these reviews is to look at what happened to the Wii U and see where it went wrong. And so far, it's just kind of disappointing that such a great system was hindered by this gamepad. And that's really the whole point of these reviews, is to look at each and every one of these games and see if there was any form of innovation. Unfortunately, I haven't come across anything that does that. Anything and everything that has been utilized on the gamepad can easily be done on either a Wii remote or a Wii U Pro controller. The innovation for the touchscreen is just not there. But I'm really hoping the next game that I have right over there will do it. And it screams Wii U gamepad functionality. And I cannot wait to play it for you guys and review it for you, because I'm excited for this one. And I think everybody knows what this game is, and I'm hoping that it does that. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys all in the next one, and you all take care.